Wait a minute. Stop what you're doing. This isn't a movie. This is a dashcam recording. May 9th, Kenosha County, Wisconsin. Interstate Highway 41, Military Road. A routine traffic stop. The driver flees. Now listen, this part is important. They're on Interstate Highway 41 at high speed. Dashcam recording. You can see the white car in front of you. First steady, then suddenly. It swerves sharply to the right. 2 lanes. It's gone. It's off the asphalt, into the grassy area between 2 intersections, and into the ditch by the roadside. Fast, very fast. And at that very moment, the car lifts off the ground. No bouncing, no sliding. In the air. Just like a scene from Dukes of Hazzard. Like General Lee, the energy of a 1969 Dodge Charger. But this is a real white sedan, on a real Wisconsin highway, on a real Tuesday. A car underneath, a car speeding away on top. For a moment, Hollywood. Then, a hard landing. Very hard. To the other side of the road, video cuts, now body camera. The car is gone, not him. Speeding away, empty space, pedestrian, still running. Police chase, tasers fired, no more tricks. No more air. Arrested. A man who chose to flee instead of stopping. A car that chose the sky instead of the road. And police officers who didn't avert their eyes. What would you do in that ditch? Write your answer in the comments. I really want to know.
It's almost like something out of a movie. It wasn't a movie. The driver was taken into custody after being...
June 20th, 2024. A white SUV tied to an armed holdup and carjacking at Milk Boy would soon find itself at the heart of a high-stakes police pursuit. The vehicle pulled over briefly, then suddenly punched the gas, launching a reckless escape through city streets. Everything shifted when they veered off the highway into an active construction site. The SUV came face to face with a cement mixer blocking the road. What followed was swift and brutal. When the driver tried to ram a police cruiser, officers moved in. The aftermath proved far more tragic and tangled than anyone expected. Let's take a look. When the officer ordered the suspect to stop, he made a decision that defied all logic. Run. During the pursuit, he weaved past cars without a thought for the danger. He never eased off the throttle. He acted like he had absolutely nothing left to lose. This was no longer just a chase.
White Chevy Trax, no
It had become the opening act of a disaster already in motion.
70, traffic currently light. Road conditions are dry.
When there was nowhere left to run, the sensible call was to surrender. Instead, they chose a different path. They deliberately rammed a police cruiser, putting even more lives at risk. At that point, officers were no longer standing down. The only option left was to step in and end it.
Stop the vehicle!
In the end, justice was served. The driver, Sammy Red, was ordered to spend 12 months in a rehabilitation facility. He received 3 years of supervised release, with work authorization granted under specific conditions. The other suspect, 17-year-old Troy Rogers, pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 6 years behind bars.
All right, stay right here. Sit down, sit down. Come on, let's go. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. Stay with him, I haven't searched him yet. All right, come to me, come to me, come to me.
Stay in the car.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, Nick.
Take the next one.
What Officer K uncovered during a routine traffic stop that December evening would stay with him for the rest of his life. A woman who should have been dead for 20 years sat calmly behind the wheel, and everything that followed defied every law of nature he thought he knew. The encounter pushed him to question reality itself. When backup arrived, the scene they walked into was beyond impossible. What this officer faced wasn't just unusual. It was something that had no business existing. And the evidence, that's what makes this story so unsettling. You need to hear every word. Now, we have to pause for just a moment, because your support means everything to us. You could have been anywhere on the internet tonight, but you chose to be here with us, and that means a lot. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Drop your city or country below. And if this is your first time on the channel, hit subscribe and tap like so we can keep bringing you stories that'll keep you up at night. Now, back to what Officer K saw that night. Officer Jameson K had 11 years on the State Highway Patrol. He'd seen plenty in his time on the road. Drunk drivers, drug runners, domestic disputes spilling onto the shoulder. Nothing could have prepared him for what was coming. It was December 9th, 2025. The sun was already down. The temperature was dropping fast. Officer K was working the evening shift on Route 47, a stretch of highway where speeders tried to shave minutes off their commute out of town. Traffic was light that night. Most people were already home, settling in for dinner. Around 8:15 p.m., Officer K noticed a sedan in the right lane moving slightly below the speed limit. Nothing unusual about that, but something caught his eye. The vehicle kept crossing the white line, then correcting every few seconds. Not dramatic, just enough to suggest a tired driver, distracted, maybe impaired. Officer K hit his lights and closed in from behind. The car didn't respond right away. It rolled another 100 yards before slowing and pulling onto the shoulder. That delay put him on alert. Most drivers react the instant they see flashing lights. This one barely seemed to notice. He keyed his radio, announced the stop, confirmed plate, location, and driver contact. Standard procedure. He grabbed his flashlight, stepped out of the cruiser, and approached the driver's side. The night was quiet. No other cars passing. Just the idle of his patrol unit and the faint crackle of the radio. As he got closer, he could make out a figure in the driver's seat. A woman, perfectly still, both hands on the wheel, staring straight ahead. She hadn't rolled down her window yet. Officer K tapped the glass with his flashlight. The woman turned her head slowly, almost mechanically, and looked at him. Her face was pale, unusually pale, but he'd seen nervous drivers before. He gestured for her to lower the window. She did, and that's when everything started to feel wrong. The woman stared at him with eyes that looked too wide, too fixed. Officer K cleared his throat and delivered his standard opening. He told her why he'd pulled her over. Drifting toward the shoulder, inconsistent lane control. He asked if she'd been drinking, if she felt sick. She didn't answer right away. She just held that motionless gaze. When she finally spoke, her voice was flat, empty. She said she was tired, just tired from a long drive. Officer K noticed her hands never left the wheel. She didn't shift, didn't reach for anything, not even to adjust herself. She sat rigid, like a statue. He asked where she'd come from. She said a family visit. He asked where she was headed. Home, she said. The answers were short, clipped, no detail, no emotion. Like talking to someone reading lines off a script they didn't care about. A chill ran down Officer K's spine. He couldn't explain why. The temperature had dropped, sure, but this felt different. Something about her presence was off. He shook it off and stuck to protocol. He asked for her license and registration. The woman reached slowly toward the glove box. Her movements were stiff, almost awkward, like someone who hadn't moved in a long time and was trying to remember how. She pulled out the registration first,